What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Push and Pull. My name is Alex Halsey. I'm the health fitness specialist at the McLean location. Welcome to class, y'all. Check out our description. You'll see what we got planned for you for today. So today we're going to have upper body and core as usual. We're going to have two 8-minute intervals this time as opposed to 10-minute intervals, just to cut back on the time a little bit, get us out of here in a quicker in a shorter amount of time than normal, just that way we can get closer to the 30-minute time frame that we have for you all. All right, so we're gonna have the same format, just we're changing it from 10 minutes to 8 minutes. All right, so check the description. You'll see the moves that we have. Still just two, one arm move paired with a core move, or upper body move paired with a core move. So today you will need dumbbells. All right, moderately weighted dumbbells. Don't need anything heavy. Moderate or light, or just light. Don't need anything heavy. All right, plenty of opportunity for burn here with these two moves. We have the archer row and egg rocks. That's a returning move from last week. And we also are going to have a rotational press or rotational raise, which will target those smaller rotator cuff muscles. So that way you do not need any heavy weights, just something very light, easy to handle. All right, so get your water ready, get your weights ready, and make sure your space is good to go. We're gonna go ahead and warm up. All right, so just gonna start off here with some shoulder rolls. Hey Google, turn the lights on to warm white. Just had to cut the lights on. My Google command paused the broadcast, so my apologies there. Roll forward, roll the shoulders forward now. I do have a smart speaker in here as well, and of course the smartphone, so it's just triggering everything. All right, go ahead, bring the shoulders up, draw circles going forward. And reverse. All right, we're gonna go ahead and come down to the floor. I'm gonna do some cat-cow. Hopefully you guys are getting enough rest between your workout sessions. If you're always sore, more than likely aren't taking enough rest in between your workout bouts. But if you're moderately, just slightly fatigued, or just slightly sore, that's okay too. Go ahead, bring the hand up behind the head and rotate up. One more, then switch. Left hand's behind the head, rotate up. From here, gonna come back into like a half child's pose. Straighten the arms out, thumbs facing the ceiling, and just raise the arms. Waking up the back here. As your arms come up, pull your shoulders down and back. Last one. All right. Come to a high plank. Going to push back to down dog. And bring the hips down to the floor. Two more repetitions. Last one. go ahead and flip right on over. Going to come into a reverse tabletop or a reverse plank. Bend the knees, bring the heels in toward the glutes, bring the hands behind you, and push your hips up. Just opening up the chest, further activating the back and the shoulders. Make sure you roll your shoulder blades back. Be sure not to let your shoulder blades come forward here. Make sure they're pulled back. 2 more. All right. Go ahead, come to your feet to a straddle position. Bring the palms down. We're going to rotate to the left and to the right. Keep your hands, or keep your eyeballs on your hands so that way you can really twist all the way around toward the ceiling. We're going to do 1 more on each side, then come up to some jumping jacks. All right. So go ahead, start your jumping jacks. Check out the moves we're going to have. I'm going to demonstrate them for you. So number 1, we have archer rows and egg rocks. So go ahead and grab your weights. You will only need light weight for this one, okay? So archer rows. Going to fold over, just like you would for a regular row. That's your first move, all right? So that's the first part of this move. It's folding over, regular row. You're going to push out to the right, then push out to the left, and then drop your weights back down, all right? So it's fold over, row, push out, down, all right? Anywhere from 8 to 12 reps. Egg rocks. You're going to come down to your mat. Bend the knees at 90 degrees. Keep the shoulders elevated. And you're going to create some momentum from your core. Rock back and forth. Okay? This one is time based. You're going to go for about 20 to 30 seconds. You should be able to kind of go back and forth between these 2 moves. Not quickly, but at a slower pace, slower tempo. You should only be able to get about I want to say about 4 reps or 4 sets with these 2 moves here. Okay, so not too many sets, but focus on your form, focus on your quality of your reps, and you'll be just fine. Doesn't matter how many sets you do. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. Again, we only got 8 minutes here, so anywhere between 8 to 12 repetitions. Row, punch out, bring the weights back down. Do your best to keep your shoulder blade pulled back throughout this range of motion for this move. The row is easy, the punch out, that's the hard part. Don't need anything really heavy here. Keep the shoulder blades back, keep the back flat. All right, if you get fatigued and you can kind of feel yourself coming up here like this, and you're punching like that, terminate your reps and begin the egg rock. All right, only go as far as your form will take you. All right, let's go to these egg rocks. Your modification for the egg rock is in and outs, by the way. So all that means is you'll come here, elevate the shoulders, kick out, bring the knees in. Kick out, bring the knees in. All right, otherwise, go ahead and start rocking. I'm going to try to rock for 30 seconds. You don't need to come up very high. This is a very small range of motion move. Hands are on your temples, not behind your head. Don't want to pull on the neck. And there's 30. There's 30. And of course, modification for the archer row, you can do regular bent over rows. Okay? We've got just over 5.5 minutes to go. Take your time with the punch out as well. You want to make sure you have the utmost stability in your shoulder blade before you punch. So set your shoulders. Five minutes flat to go. Keep it up. Do your best from keeping your torso shifting from left to right as you do that punch out. Ooh. Almost halfway done. Don't forget your modifications, and we're going to rock for 30 seconds. Again, you don't need to come up really high, just slightly up, slightly down. Very small range of motion. Generate that momentum from your core. And don't forget to breathe. And there's 30. Of course, if you need to take a second to grab some water, take a break, catch your breath, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, do what you can to keep going, keep moving. That is the goal of these intervals set up in this fashion, to keep you moving as much as you can. Keep the core nice and tight here as well. Avoid twisting of the torso. Keep it all facing the floor. You don't want to twist as you punch out. Go with your light weights here. Switch it out if you need to. Just finishing up set number 3. Like I said, I think we got enough time for about 4 rounds here. I'm gonna try to get 4 in. 30 seconds on the rock. Hands on temples, make sure you're breathing. There's 30. All right. Avoid bringing those hands behind your head and pulling up on your hands. Keep the hands on the temples, or even just keep them next to you and kind of use your arms to help generate a little bit of that momentum. Just over 90 seconds to go. Keep it up, y'all. 1 minute to go. Woo. All right. I'm going to finish out one of these egg rocks. Set number 4. Almost perfect math. So I'm going to have about 40 seconds, just over 30 seconds worth of rocking. Let's finish out here. Listen for the timer. Somehow rolled up on the door. But we're done with set number 1. All right. Catch your breath, grab your water. Just take a swig of the water because we do have a second core move coming up. And you don't want to be sloshing all that fluid around in your belly. Just a swig will do. Our next 2 moves are going to be rotational raises and ankle taps. So, rotational raises, you're going to grab your weight. If you have lighter weight, grab it. This is what you're going to need to have for this move. So you're going to start here, all right? 90 degrees bent at the elbow, and you have a straight line from elbow to elbow. Not here, here. And your wrists are in line with your elbow. My wrist isn't lower than my elbow or above it. You want to try to keep it in line. Elbows are bent at 90 degrees. Rotate up, press. Back down, up, press. All right. Same rep range, 8 to 12. For the ankle taps, you're going to come down to your mat. Starting on your back, elevate the shoulders, reach towards your heels, to the left, then to the right, and repeat. Left and right. All right, so we're going for a rep count for the ankle taps, 15 to 20, or however many you can handle. If you don't know if you can get to 15, don't know if you can get to 20, just keep going until you only got about 2 reps left in the tank. 2 to 5 reps left in the tank, all right? So let's go ahead and get the second set out the way and we'll be all done. 8 minutes. We've got rotational raises and ankle taps. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's work. All right. So again, starting at 90 degrees, rotate up, press up. Take your time here. There's no rush to do this move. You want to take your time. We're working on our rotational muscles and our deltoids, shoulder muscles. If you want to do this on your knees, you can. I will probably take this to my knees so my hands aren't going out the picture each time. Okay. So again, take your time there. No rush. 8 to 12 reps. This depends on your weight. The heavier your weight is, the higher you're going to go. But again, this is working on our smaller shoulder muscles, so you do not need heavy weight here. It should be relatively light, and you want to try to stay within that rep range. All right? Going to these ankle taps. So again, elevate the shoulders. Do not keep the back flat on the floor. Elevate the shoulders like you're trying to look between your legs. Extend your legs out so your heel's further away from your hands, so you actually have to reach and touch it. And slide to the left, bend over to the right, and touch. Left and right is 1. So that's 3, 4, 5. Take your time. 6. I'm going for 20. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, so again, the key to that move, burning the core, is you keeping your shoulders elevated. The elevator must be on my mind for some reason, but keep your shoulders elevated, not too far from elevator, but you know what I mean. All right, let's go back to the rotational raises. Doing it on your knees also gives you you have less room to move when transitioning, less ground to cover when transitioning because you're already on the ground. 3, 4. Really separate those movements. Start and stop the rotation before you go to the raise. Whew. All right, got about 5 minutes to go. Let's keep it pushing. So again, don't forget to elevate those shoulders and push the heels away from your hands in order to force the reach. There's 20. Woo! That burns. Gotta let that burn die down a little bit. Closing in on 4 minutes flat. Good work, y'all. Keep it going. Keep it going. Adjust your weight if you need to. If you have lighter weights, just go to a lighter weight if you need to. Otherwise, just let the burn die down. Keep it moving. All right? That burn's good. It's our friend. It's your friend. It's not here to stay, but at least for the moment, it is. It won't be there always. All right? Keep that core engaged. Do what you can to keep your rib cage down. We don't want the rib cage flaring too much. Ooh. That's definitely a good burn. Closing in on 3 minutes flat, y'all. Keep it up. Woo. You keep your arms elevated while you do that move to reach towards your foot or your heel. That should, at least for me, it burns in my shoulder as well. So I'm getting burned in both moves at my shoulder joint, which is terrifying. Oh, Lord, it's burning me up. All right. Well, we got 1 minute and 40 seconds to go. So I think that's about time for one more, 1.5 of each. Whew, this burns so much. All right, y'all stay with me? Y'all still with me? Cool, let's go. Whew, can only get 10. We just broke 1 minute to go. Ooh, boy. The end is near, y'all. Keep going. Keep going, Alex. The end is near. All right. Here we go. Ankle taps. Let's finish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 19, 20. Woo! Hope you all are maintaining your form. Yep. And we're all done. Let's put those weights away. Shake it off, grab your water. Let that burn die down. I don't know why, but today that burn was serious. Actually, I know exactly why. I need to get some better rest. So, we'll more than likely be having the intervals set at 8 minutes moving forward. So next week we'll definitely see that again. And then I'll try to switch up the format a little bit in the month of April. But let me know how you guys liked those two pairs, and whatever feedback you have, I'd love to hear it. All right. So, we'll go ahead and stretch it out. I'm going to start off with a Jefferson curl. So if you want, you can kind of use the weights you had, or you can just fold over and dangle, let those arms dangle. Holding the weights in your hands will bring those arms down a little bit further, give you a more intense stretch. And slowly come up vertebrae by vertebrae. So like you're peeling a sticker off the wall or the floor. Big breath, reach up nice and high. Inhale. Over to the right. And over to the left. Back to the center. Big breath, inhale. Exhale. Come down. Back into that Jefferson curl. One vertebrae at a time. Like you're peeling a sticker off the floor. Continue to take those deep breaths. Slowly come up. You can bend your knees. Inhale, exhale, push up. And to the right. To the left. Back up top. Bring the right arm across. Continue to walk around. And relax, switch. relax. I'm gonna come down to the floor to child's pose. Bring the heels back to the glutes. Flex your ankle if you need to help you get more comfortable in that position. Otherwise, flatten the feet out. Thread the left arm under the right, reach across that left arm and push the left shoulder into the floor. And reach up high with your right hand. And switch sides. Thread the right arm through and under the left. Push that right shoulder into the floor. Reach up nice and high with the left hand. And come up, back, up top with both hands. And relax. Let's go ahead, come all the way on up. That is our class for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this workout, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. Let me know what feedback you have on these moves, and I hope to see y'all on the next class next week. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see y'all next time. Holla.